Supply and demand. Now, a simple way to understand supply and demand, we can look at them as support and resistance. So, support essentially is an area of demand, an area where buyers are coming back into the market, believing the price should be higher than it currently is. They're buying at a price, let's say $10, and they believe that price is going to go up to $20, maybe in the next week or two. That's a simple way to understand supply and demand. Resistance would be an area of supply where sellers are coming into the market and they believe the asset is overpriced. They believe the market should be lower. So it's very important to understand what these things actually really mean in markets and how we can implement technical analysis to understand these areas. A lot of people draw lines on a chart and they think they are doing something that actually is meaningful. Well, it becomes meaningful when we understand the psychology of the market. We need to understand who we are. We are competing. Financial markets is a place of competition. Whether we like it or not, we are all competing. If I make money, someone is going to lose money. So we need to understand the psychology. Is this asset overpriced? That's a question we should be asking ourselves. Is this asset overpriced? Is this asset underpriced? What will happen if this happens? What will happen if tariffs changes? What will happen if we get a war? When peace comes back in, what generally happens to the market when things are at a normal pace? These are things that we need to really keep in mind when we are implementing our technicals to our charts. We need to understand supply and demand. We need to understand psychology. We need to understand fear. We need to understand who is our competition. We need to understand currencies, commodity prices, stock prices, the future of the market. There's so many things that you need to put into your analysis, not only technical analysis, but also your analysis in terms of the overall market. Where is the market going? It's very essential we ask these questions, because if we become very robotic, just looking at a chart, drawing lines on them, support, resistance, trend lines, all these things are good and these gives us some kind of understanding of what is happening. But if we don't incorporate what I like to call common sense, what I like to call some level of fundamentals, what I like to call understanding human nature, understanding how money works, these things will set us apart, our competition.